Here's what the car financing ruling might mean for you. So if you haven't heard, the UK Supreme Court ruled on car financing, the hidden commissions that were sold as part of finance deals when people were buying a car on finance. This was between 2007 and 2021 before they were outlawed. Basically, what's happened is the case has been centred on secret or undisclosed commissions. This is where the car dealer, acting as a credit broker, received a commission from the finance company for arranging the car loan. Customers were often not told about this commission or how much it was. So the interest rate the customer paid was inflated to increase the commission for the dealer. These were known as discretionary commission arrangements, or DCAs. What the Supreme Court ruled is they've overturned the previous ruling that declared all such secret commissions to be unlawful, and I think they have overturned 2 of the 3 cases that were brought to them. Found that the car dealers did not have a fiduciary duty to the customers, which would have legally obliged them to act solely in the customer's best interest. However, the ruling does not give the car finance companies and the dealers a green light. It acknowledges some cases the relationship between the lender and the customer is deemed unfair under the Consumer Credit Act, and the commission paid to dealers was excessively high in some cases. So what this looks like is there was a figure of around £44 billion floating around what this could cost the banks and the lenders in compensation back to people who were sold this. That looks like it's now going to be reduced to about 9 to 18 billion, because while a lot of people are not going to be due compensation, a lot of people are still going to be able to claim. So what this has now done, it's been thrown back into the hands of the Financial Conduct Authority, who have announced they're going to be consulting for a formal compensation scheme for those who were affected by the discretionary commission arrangements. So if you bought a car on finance before the 28th of January 2021, you still could be in line for a payout. So if you did that, what should you do? At this moment in time, you don't really need to do anything because the scheme will still be worked out. However, do not sign up to a claims management company. These will be the people who did a lot around the PPI scandal, will say we can claim all your money back. Just enter a few details to see if you are due a refund. Why should you not do this? Because they will charge you for it. The FCA is trying its hardest to make DIY claims, or do-it-yourself claims, as easy and straightforward as possible. This looks like it's going to be announced over the course of the coming months once we know a bit more about the compensation scheme. So check to see when you had your car finance. Check to see, just keep updated with the FCA website and the watchdog to make sure that the scheme is open for you to register your details. I think you actually might be open at the minute. Don't go to a claim management company. But what it will mean is if you had a car finance between that period, you're not automatically due a refund. So maybe don't quite get your hopes up. I've read some places the average claim value is now going to be about £900, something like that. Claims management companies, definitely don't go to them. You'd be lucky if you see a few hundred of them. So try and do it yourself. Be kind of quite pessimistic with it. If you receive anything, brilliant. But I think my advice would be cautiously optimistic, but mainly pessimistic, because it's going to be tricky. I hope that gives you the information on this Supreme Court ruling, what it means for potentially you and other people who had car financing deals.